if I can share my screen.
You should be able to share. Yeah, there you go.
All right, awesome. Thank you. So, we've been working quite a bit. I would say, actually, I'll stop sharing for a second. Okay, all right. So, coming out of COVID, right? Worked really hard to try to get the meeting mentality back up, right? And I would say probably early last year, Rob and I made the decision in Greenbelt, along with the leaders there, that we were cutting out any hybrid, no nothing. Now you just have to come to the office, right? And or go to an office that's close by you, or whatever. And initially, of course, like everybody else, we're a little worried that attendance will go down or whatever. But thankfully, our leaders stepped up, and we were able to have some good attendance coming to the meeting. And then we decided, okay, how do we want to kind of crank it up? So we decided to start teaching the workshops in person. I know in COVID we went to online, right? But before COVID we taught workshops in person, and it was amazing. So we started teaching the workshops again to kind of build back up our meeting mentality. And so I will share now. So just to share with you, of course, as it says in the System Builder book, you build from event to event, right? A system whereby meetings and building never stop. So everything is an event. Even you just talk about Turkey, we're so excited about Turkey. That in itself is an event, right? So we have BMP, BPM, local event, big event. So our job as builders is to build and grow our team from event to event. So this is kind of what we saw. So let's go back here. So we started doing workshops at our office in addition to our weekly meeting. So we have our 2 weekly meeting, and then on the weekend, once a month, we will do workshops. And so we started, I would say, like last May, and started building it up. So this was September last year. September last year, we have about 77 people registered to come to workshops. So not bad. And then in December last year, we have about 87. So, okay, we kind of maintain, but, struggling a little bit here. But, going into launch, Alicia, man, I'll tell you what, Rob and I, we really decided that we were going to own this event. Like we were going to push, like we've never pushed before, to get people there. I think my team just was so tired of hearing us talk about launch every day, every day, every day. But you know what? We were pretty excited. We were able to get 237 people registered to launch. Probably about 180, 190 showed up, which by far for a convention or a launch was our biggest ever, right? And so the real test, is okay, was that just like some big number or whatever? So we decided we're gonna do workshop again on February 24th. But Rob and I talk a little bit, and I'm like, honey, I feel like some of the team members that when they come to a workshop, because we've been doing it every month like this, I feel like sometimes they're not as engaged, or they walk around, or maybe they don't even show up because they feel like, okay, I don't have any guests, or they feel like they've already seen it so many times, right? Even though if we ask them to do workshop, not so sure how many can really do it. But of course, we always feel like we know everything till we have to teach it. So we said, okay, let's schedule it. And we said this time, maybe to make sure all the team members have something, we will do a mini trainer academy. So of course it's 4 hours. We can't do a full trainer academy in 4 hours. So we said, okay, so we're going to run the 2 events. We have a big office, enough space to be able to do it. So we decided to do that. We started promoting it. And I'll tell you, it was pretty exciting. And of course, you know, a couple of weeks ago, you and I talked, and you mentioned that you were coming into town. So of course, we were able to kidnap you for 2 hours and bring you to share as well. And of course, you did an amazing job. But you know, this time we actually had 218 people register for workshop alone. Then we have another, did we put it on the slide?
It's right there.
Okay, we have another 78, 90,
98.
98 that register for our mini trainer academy. And you know, I think what was even more exciting, so these are some pictures. So that day, Saturday, there's a picture of Alicia teaching Trainer Academy. She teach the first 2 hours. Workshop room number 1, workshop room number 2. We have to have our trainers flip flop and whatever, but you know, thank goodness we have really great people there in Greenbelt that are able to do a great job. You know, what was even more impressive is of the attendees to the workshop, 77% out of 218 is not members. So the team members are really working hard to, of course, invite the team members, but also get a lot of guests to come. And you know, I want to share with you that coming out of the event, it was amazing. I think right away on the spot, we have like 20 new members sign up immediately. And then lots and lots of follow-up. We had in total, we had like 314 people register, but about 270 plus that showed up, and it was amazing. So, you know, I mean, we went from last year doing workshops, 77 people. I think one of our workshops at the beginning, we only had like 40 people because everybody's still in Zoom land, right? And we're trying to get them out. But I think now, you know, a year later, we've really been able to work on the meeting mentality really, really hard. And, you know, for me, this, you want to share?
Yeah, I was going to say another surprising thing was that there were over 42, 45 people, 48 people that did not register that just showed up. So just brand new people last minute, they just decided to bring them. And that definitely impacted the event too.
Yep. You know, here's what we see, Alicia. It's, you know, we've got to take advantage of every event. You know, last night I heard in Greenbelt they had like 15 guests. You know, it's been a while since we had 15 guests to BPM, right? So it takes some time to get people out of the mindset. And, you know, I know that Victor Salvador did a training some time ago. I think it was May of last year, where he talked about, you know, the GX math. And he taught, you know, he kind of equated GXs and how it measures out to what you want to make. But I thought one of the things he did was so phenomenal was he helped us to be able to understand what does that translate to the number of people that are showing up to events, right? And I'll tell you, going into launch, we really focused on that. You know, Rob and I this year, we plan to hit our $1 million income, and we plan to have, in fact, we declared to you that by April we would have 60 GX come out of Greenbelt, right? Between everybody that's there. And so we knew that we needed to start with the number of people that go to launch. And then now we are just continuing to drive the numbers. Here's also what I see. You know, I feel like if we only do GX, but we don't have proper meeting mentality, then we're not really building. If we do 315, but we don't get those people to come to the meeting in person, if we're not getting them engaged in the office, then we're just recruiting to recruit, and it's not really real. So I know right now we are very focused on GX in our team and strong meeting mentality. So I would like to, Alicia, if it's okay, if we can maybe have a few people in Greenbelt share. Of course, I'm here in West Palm Beach, so we fly back and forth or whatever. Rob and I still have a lot of prospects there, but I just want a couple of people in Greenbelt to share.